Previously, on the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Part 60. On Renex's Plays.
By the strength and guidance of the Nine, who comes before us upon this sacred ground, seeking the cuirass of the divine Crusader? Step forward, adventurer, and face us each in honorable combat. For the vows we fail to revere in life, we shall uphold in death. No unworthy soul shall lay hands upon this sacred artifact without the leave of the Knights of the Nine. Sir Knight, in 300 years, none have stood against us and lived. Step forward and claim what is yours by right. May your faith be true.
I've recovered the cuirass of the Crusader. I should talk to the ghosts of the former Knights of the Nine to see if they can aid me in my quest for the remaining Crusaders' relics.
By the Nine, I've not seen such strength. Could you be... No, you cannot. You are simply a noble knight. May the Nine guide your way.
You have my tribute, Sir Knight. In 300 years, none have passed the gauntlet. In 300 years, we have never known hope. But for the first time, it seems that someone may succeed where we have failed. I see in you the chance to redeem our souls and restore the order. And now, I must ask you to press forward where I could not. I must ask you to face the challenge of Zenithar.
All right, what do I need to do?
Below the chapel of Zenithar in Leowyn, there is a shrine to the great craftsman, St. Calidus. Those seeking the mace must pray before the shrine. When you bow, you will receive a vision, or perhaps not, it is unclear. The priest saw that my body never moved, but it felt so real. You will see the mace, separated from you by a great chasm. The chasm represents your doubt. Your faith must be your guide across it.
My faith? I don't have much of that.
This is what I know. As I said, my faith was weak. I did not understand the test, and I fell from the platform each time I tried to cross. I have told you all that I know. All that is left is for you to prove yourself more worthy than I. If you seek the mace, travel to Leowyn's chapel, kneel at the shrine in the Undercroft, and let your faith in the Nine be the salvation of us all.
Thanks, Ralvaz.
May your sword strike true.
I know where you may find the gauntlets of the Crusader, for I was the one who lost them. Though many know where they are still lost. I believe there is something you must do in order to retrieve them. Would you listen to my tale and learn of the gauntlet's fate?
Yeah, please. Tell me.
When the Order fractured, I followed Sir Beric into war, taking the gauntlets with me. When it was over, I returned to Cyrodiil. I attempted to return to the service of the Nine, but the war had changed me. I no longer had sympathy for the weak or pity for the suffering. In the brief time I was there, I did more to hurt the chapel than help it. It was there that I was cursed.
What do you mean, cursed?
A beggar who came to the chapel each day for help tried my patience one too many times. I lost my temper and struck him. My blow landed harder than I had intended, and he fell to the floor dead, killed in the very chapel of the God of Mercy. I left the chapel at once, of course, but the damage was done. I was weak, constantly weary, and lacked the energy to do almost anything.
I see. So, what about the gauntlets?
Ah, yes. As proof of the deed, when I struck the poor man, the gauntlets slipped right off my hands and fell to the floor. Heavy as stone, they would not move. None could lift them. I suspect they lie there still, in Coral's chapel. You must prove to Stendarr you are worthy to lift the gauntlets once more. Seek out the priests in Coral. Perhaps they can help you. Go with virtue.
If you are true to the teachings of Julianus, it may be possible for you to find the shield of the Crusader.
Tell me more, Henrik.
When the order crumbled, I set out on my own. After years of searching, I found the shield and brought it to Fort Bulwark for safekeeping. With the help of a few trusted friends, I began work to keep the shield safe for all eternity. I never saw my work finished. I died defending the fort from those who would take and misuse the shield. I never saw our work finished. I trust that the others carried on without me.
So, you said it was in Fort Bulwark?
It lies in the southeast of Cyrodiil, near the Black Marsh border. If all went according to plan, it should be very well guarded now. Believe in yourself, and use your knowledge wisely. You will pass through unharmed, and the shield will be yours. May the Nine guide your way. Walk with the Nine.
I wish to see you succeed where I failed. I was on the path to the boots of the Crusader, but died before I reached them. Do you wish to learn what little I know?
Sure, continue.
West of the Imperial city, on the edge of the great forest, is a shrine. You will find them there, and they will tell you what you need to know. May your sword strike true.
I've spoken with the ghosts of the Knights of the Nine, and learned where several parts of the armor of the Crusader are hidden. I should return when I have collected them all.
All are welcome here. What brings you to the altar of Kinnereth, my child?
I'm searching for the boots of the Crusader.
You would seek the holy relic Kinnereth has bestowed upon the world. Then you must prove yourself worthy. Kinnereth's creations guard her relic, and you must pass the test before you may be granted the boots.
What is this test?
I cannot say what it will be, for I do not know. Kinnereth herself will decide in what manner you shall be tested. All I can do is direct you to the Grove of Trials, and remind you to heed Kinnereth's teachings. Fear and respect nature and all her creations.
Is this grove nearby?
Not far from here, to the west, nestled within the great forest, it is a place many would overlook. I warn you that it is unwise to take anyone with you. You should go there alone.
Got ya. So you said that I should fear and respect nature?
Indeed. Nature itself is Kinnereth's domain. All its creatures are her wards. You would do well to remember this when it comes time for your test.
Very well then. I will take this test.
Then proceed directly to the grove, as your test has begun. Kinnereth may choose to guard you along the way. That is up to her. Good luck.
Thanks.
Be seeing you.
The pleasure is all mine.
I've reached the Grove of Trials. I shall have to wait and see what Kinnereth has in store for me. Well, aren't you adorable? A bear attacked me in the sacred grove, but I made no attempts to fight back. A cave has been revealed, and it would seem the boots of the Crusader are waiting inside. I have acquired the boots of the Crusader. I've completed Sir Junken's quest by recovering the boots. I should continue to search for the relics that the other ghost knights were questing for.
It's you. I've heard of you. You're the one restoring the Knights of the Nine, aren't you?
Yes, that's me. And just who the hell are you?
My name is Kennedy Saholan. Like you, I am a servant of the Nine, specifically of Zenithar. I came here seeking his mace. However, I could not pass the test. I'm no crusader, but that doesn't mean that I cannot serve Zenithar. In light of recent attacks, I've signed on to protect the chapel. I'm fair with a blade, and by my honor, I'll serve the Nine in any way I can.
What are your thoughts about Zenithar?
Of the original divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with the mortal realm. Some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kinnereth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kinnereth's natural world. The two work in harmony, the natural world providing for the craftsman. One cannot revere Zenithar without acknowledging the power of Kinnereth.
Cool story, bro. I have to go now.
Very well. I wish you luck, Sir Knight.
You're a sneaky-looking sort.
I've knelt before the shrine of St. Caladas in Lewain, and found myself transported to some sort of dark void. I can see the Mace of Zenithar off in the distance, but there seems to be no way to reach it. According to Sir Ravaz, I must allow my faith in the Nine to guide me to the Mace. I have recovered the Mace of the Crusader. I've completed Sir Ravas's quest by recovering the mace. I should continue to search for the relics that the other ghost knights were questing for.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
I have found Fort Bulwark. I need to get inside and find the shield.
What's that? Huh? Whoa!
Ah!
Be seen.
Good day. Always keep... Bye. Hello? Who's there?
You fall down and bleed!
Please, set me free. Thank you for rescuing me. I've lost track of how long they've held me here.
So, who are you?
I am Sir Thedret. I came here seeking the shield of the Crusader, and was ambushed by these cowards. They've held me here since.
Why are you here for?
I've been held prisoner by these scoundrels for the longest time. They want to know how to reach the shield, and believed I would help them. When I refused, they locked me here, and only let me out to torture me. They got nothing from me.
Well, are you willing to help me, seeing as I set you free?
I can't go with you if that's what you mean. I'm too weak. I need to rest. Once I have my strength, I will certainly join your cause. You'll have to go on alone, but the knowledge I've gained may be of use to you.
What do you know?
Before finding this place, I learned a bit about those who created it. It's designed to keep the shield hidden and safe. A phrase kept coming up in the writings I found. When the eyes of the Guardians are upon you, Julianos will show you favor. I'm not sure how, but I just know it's a clue for making it safely through these ruins. You're the only one I've told. I hope it helps you. I must get out of this pit and get myself some rest. We'll meet again. Don't worry.
The best you can do?
I have found some sort of puzzle, or trap, deep inside Fort Bulwark. I'll need to figure out what it means in order to acquire the Shield of the Crusader. I have recovered the Shield of the Crusader. I've completed Sir Henrik's quest by recovering the shield.
Well met. What brings you here, my lady?
Those gauntlets over there in the corner.
Ah, yes. The Gauntlets have been here for ages. I know only the basic story behind them. They're more of a novelty these days. My only real involvement with them these days is keeping the youngsters from hurting themselves trying to pick the Gauntlets up. What is your interest in them, if I may ask?
I would like to know their story.
Yes, well, I don't know the whole thing. A great many years ago, a knight of the old order did something terrible, and the gauntlets just fell off. They dropped to the floor right where he stood, and no one could lift them. It was a sign of the curse placed upon this knight by Stendarr, I think. That curse still lingers on today, in fact. Poor Kellen.
Who is Kellen?
Oh, why, he's a descendant of that very knight from so long ago. The curse has affected his family all these years. He suffers from it now. He came here from Hammerfell seeking a cure, but, well, There's really nothing that can be done for him, I think. He may know more of the story than I. Perhaps you should speak with him if he's feeling well enough.
I will. Thanks, Erelder.
Good day.
Hi there! What is it? Is there a cure? Has Erelder found a cure? I know there's something he's not telling me.
Not that I know of, but I know you've been cursed with something.
Ah, so you've heard it, have you? Terrible curse. Been in the family almost longer than anyone can remember. When I was younger, I could live with it. Wasn't so bad, but it's only gotten worse over time. I'd come here, to the place it all happened, in the hopes that something could be done. I fear I haven't much time left otherwise. Erelder has let me stay, mostly out of pity, I think. But there's something else. I swear he knows more than he tells. I've seen plenty of pity in people's eyes over the years. I grew up recognizing it. But with Erelder, there's something else there. And when he speaks to me, there are times I'd swear he sounds apologetic. Guilty, even. Why would that be? What reason does he have to hold back information? I know I'm a doomed man one way or the other. Speak to him if you can. Convince him to tell me what he knows as a dying man's last wish.
I'll get it out of him.
Be seeing you.
I hope I can help.
I think there's something you haven't told me about Kellen's curse.
I cannot face him. I know what might be done for him, but I haven't the will to do it. I wish I could help him. Truly I do. But I cannot muster the strength to damn myself on his behalf.
What do you mean?
The curse. I know what would lift it, but I cannot do it. The only way to free Kellen of his curse is to take it on myself. I am not strong enough to do this, and so I am a failure. I fail Kellen every time I speak to him, and I fail Stendarr every time I pray to him and do not ask for the power to lift the curse. Do you know one who would do such a thing? One who would pray at this chapel's altar, pray to Stendarr for the power to lift this curse?
No. No, can't think of anyone.
Good day.
I have prayed at the altar in the chapel of Stendarr and have been granted the ability to lay hands on Kellen. I need to see him at once.
How are you today?
Good, and so will you.
You too.
I have lifted the curse from Kellen, which means taking it on myself. As a result, I am weary and my fatigue has been affected. With the curse lifted, I can now retrieve the gauntlets.
How did you? I feel good. I feel good. I don't feel like death. I feel like running. Look at me. I can't believe it. I feel normal. Thank you so much. You have no idea what this means to me. I finally have a chance to get out and see the world. I'm not wasting another second of my life, and I'm forever indebted to you, friend. Farewell.
Farewell, Kellen. Enjoy. I have recovered the gauntlets of the Crusader. I've completed Sir Casimir's quest by recovering the gauntlets. I should return to the Priory and find out if there is any news of the remaining 2 relics.
Good afternoon.
Sir Knight, thank Arche you are back. I have terrible news. Sir Roderick, I think he's dead.
I'm sorry to hear that, but who is Sir Roderick?
A holy knight, like you, questing for the relics at the prophet's call. I was his squire. I believed he was chosen by the gods to reclaim the relics.
So, what happened to him?
At first things were going well. He prayed at all the shrines and received a vision, a disturbing vision. The shade of Sir Beric spoke to me was all he said. We must put him to rest. We traveled back and forth across Colovia. He was always asking about an old noble family, the Vlindrels. Finally, he found what he was looking for. We went to Underpall Cave, and there he fell.
Was he looking for something there?
He said that Sir Beric's tomb was in Underpall Cave, which is no cave, but some kind of buried keep. He had learned that Sir Beric had once been a questing knight, like us. He had found the Greaves and sword of the Crusader, but then turned to evil. Sir Roderick hoped to find the relics within Sir Beric's tomb, and he did. But we also found a terrible guardian, the wraith of Lord Vlindrel, Sir Beric.
So, you know where the relics are then?
Yes, my lady. And I brought you. Sir Roderick shouted for me to take them. The Greaves, the holy relic, they're yours.
Thanks, Lathon. That's going to save me some time. I don't suppose you know what happened to the sword.
The wraith. It used it against Sir Roderick. I don't know how that evil thing could use the holy weapon, but it did. It screamed as it struck. I'm sorry. I've already failed Sir Roderick once. I don't want to fail him again. I remember he said something about the sword before we... He was worried that the sword may have been turned to evil, that it may have to be reconsecrated on the altar of its creator, the divine Arche. That's all I remember. I hope it may help you.
It will indeed. Thanks, Lathon. You did well.
Thank you, Sir Knight. I would ask a boon if I could, although I know I do not deserve it. Would you make me a Knight of the Nine? I want to dedicate myself to ridding the world of evil. I owe it to Sir Roderick.
Not sure if that's within my power, but you've already proven your worth by bringing me the Greaves. So, rise, Sir Lathon, Knight of the Nine.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Knight. I will not fail you. Give me a moment to arm myself, and I will accompany you to Underpall Cave to destroy the foul wraith.
Awesome. Be quick.
Guard,